Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hello viewers, welcome to the Fast Profits Daily. Myself Brijesh Bhatia. Well, sugar stocks has been on a stellar rally after the government announced the subsidies or the box for sugar company to produce ethanol. And if you look at these stocks have been on a stellar momentum. Even though markets are correcting right from 18,600 back towards the lower than 16,000 levels, the sugar stocks are most of the sugar stocks are trading at all-time highs. And most importantly, if you look at the 9 out of 10 stocks have been trading above that 200 days average, which is the long-term daily average. Let's look at the screen over here. So I have listed the top 10 stocks with the market cap of minimum 2000 crores as on 11th Feb closing. And if you look at over here, the only stock which is Eat is trading below its 200 days average. If you look at the average was somewhere around 443 44 levels, and the stock is closed at 426, so slightly below its 200 days average. If you look at all the stocks, 9 stocks, they are trending above the 200 days average, which is the long term average, even though markets have been correcting. So it indicates that the sector is in very strong bullish momentum. We'll go what the charts of sugar stocks is indicating. Are they outperforming against the broader markets? Before that, let's look at the sugar prices, the commodity prices. And if you know, commodity has been on a stellar, be it the crude on the back of Russia, Ukraine, safe haven buying in gold. The metals have been on a roll for last one and a half years. And if you remember, I've done a video on the last year that indicating that the new asset class, which is the CRV Thomson Reuters index, commodity index, which has broken out of the long term consolidation zone, and we have seen a stellar performance from the commodity space. But again, if you look at the soft commodities as well, they are rallying on the higher side. We saw lumber being gaining, we have saw CPO, soybean, and sugar is no left. If you look at the momentum over here, sugar prices after a consolidation taking multiple supports create the demand zone. The support has been acting as a demand zone for now, and we have seen, if you look at the green parallel channels over here, the prices are now above the green parallel channel, which is the short term breakout. And if you look at the black lines, which were the long term demand zone, so prices acted as a support, and accumulation was seen into the demand zone in the sugar prices. And this is again the ICUS, the markets. It indicates that the momentum is still very bullish. And if you look at the lower panel over here, the RSI on the sugar chart, it has given a bullish range shift, retested the previous resistance zone, which is acting now a support zone, and the curve has moved towards the northward, indicating the strength is still into the bulls court. We might see sugar prices heading higher. Ethanol, again, if you look at the CBOT chart over here, ethanol prices with the futures, which is traded in Chicago Board of Trade. If you look at the breakout right from the green trend line, which was in last year 2021, since then ethanol prices have been on a roller coaster momentum. And if you look at the orange line, then this is the monthly chart. If you look at the orange, which is the 50 months average, the prices have been convincingly trending above the long-term 15-month average. The momentum is very stronger into ethanol prices as well. So sugar prices trending bullish, ethanol prices trending bullish. Well, it's a win-win situation for Indian sugar companies, and they are, which is being witnessed in the stock prices, which are into the stellar rally. Let's look at the stock index over here. So we created a though we don't have a sugar index into the NSE or BSE, but still we created an equal weighted stock sugar stock index, which we call is EWSSI. And if you look at the momentum over here, the previous high, which was in 2017 2018, has been breached now. So if you remember 2016 15 second half to 2017 half, the sugar prices witnessed a stellar rally. Since then, it was been underperforming by a huge margin. There were some of the fundamental issues into the Indian markets. But now that level has been surpassed. The 2017 high has been surpassed, which we created the equal index. And look at the momentum is very stronger into the this index which we have created. If you look at the blue line, which is again the 200 weekly average, has been prices are trending above the 200 weekly average. Again, a sign of a long-term bullish momentum. Even if you look at the daily, we have using top down approach, and if you look at the daily chart over here, the same, the prices are still trending onto the bullish side. The blue line, which is 200 days average, has been not breached since the recovery of 2020 pandemic fall, and this is a bullish sign where the Nifty has been trending below the 200 days average. Sugar index, which we have created, is trading above the 200, which means that the trend is very stronger. When the broader markets are underperforming and the sector is outperforming, it indicates a huge strength into this space. And look at the sector, there are no stocks which are into the large cap space, and most of the stocks are into the mid cap and small cap space, and these are outperforming by a huge margin. So I believe the sector which you see is very bullish into the sugar space. Let's look at the comparison with the CNX 500, which is the broader markets. As I said, none of the stocks are into the large cap space, and most of the stocks are into the mid cap and small cap space. We compared Sugar's index, which we have created, with the Nifty 500, which is taking the stocks of 500 as a broader market space. And if you look at over here, we are witnessing a rounding bottom structure formation right from the 2018 to 2022. We broke out of this outperformance rally into the late 2021, probably November or December, and since then the outperformance increased by a huge margin of the sugar space against the CNX 500. So a fresh breakout momentum has been witnessed into the outperformance of sugar stocks into the against the Nifty 500, and this is just a start, I believe, for a sugar space outperformance. And this might, and if you look at the 4 years of consolidation zone in the form of rounding bottom structure and a breakout, it is not a small time frame of 4 years. So it is not a 4 days or 4 weeks, but it is a 4 years, and I believe that this might see a huge upside for the sugar space. Any dip, it's a good accumulation level, and I think that this can be the best sector of 2022, and probably the rally might continue into 2023 as well. So stay invested onto the sugar space. Use the dip where you see the stocks are hugely outperforming against the broader markets, and stay invested into the sugar space. Signing off, Brijesh Bhatia.